So the Apple event has just happened and we got our first look at the two new Apple Watches and the two obviously highly anticipated iPhone 15s. But if you do want to skip to certain parts, you can do so because I have chapters put down on this video. So if you don't want to look at the Apple Watches, you can just skip straight to the new iPhone 15s. But let's get started with this first list of products. So starting off first, we have the Series 9, the all new Apple Watch. Now this will obviously include the newly announced S9 chip, which will also be found in the new Ultra 2. We'll get to that a bit later in the video. But the new Series 9 does have a claim of double the power compared to the previous generation with the chip. Now, one of the big functions that I can say about this watch is obviously the new display. From it used to being 1000 nits with the previous generation, now being 2000 nits, and now being able to go as low as 1 nit for when it's nighttime so you don't damage your eyes. Now, one of the functionalities that I think is quite interesting about the new S9 is the double tap functionality. So let's say you are carrying an object and you can't use your hand to pause the music or play music, you can just use the hand that has the watch and just double tap and there you can play the music. So with the new haptics that can pick up on the watch, can detect when you do that functionality. Now it does seem a bit stupid for people that just do it without, having their hands occupied, because obviously you can just use the crown with the other hand. But if you are in a bit of a trouble by carrying a heavy object in your other hand, then it's very useful. Now, there isn't much that has been really announced with the new Series 9 besides the new display and the double tap functionality, but they did talk a lot about their carbon neutral goals, because obviously they want to go 100% carbon neutral by 2030. Now, they do claim that they reached that goal with the Apple Watches by reaching 100%, and they still had a little animation, well not animation, but a little film talking about it, and pretty funny because I also saw a YouTuber that I recognize, Keithlink Jr., which is from Smosh. A bit of a shout out there, but it was quite an interesting little film they did. But one of the things they did do to the new Apple Watch is decreasing the size of the box. So now it's easier to ship and ship more of them at once. Now going to the Ultra 2, there is not much of a difference. It has the same functionality as the Series 9, but of course there is one thing that I'll say is interesting is the 3000 nit display, which obviously can be useful for when it's a very sunny day and it's hard to really read what's on the watch. And can now have better functionality with the S9 chip as well. Now that's basically all that was really announced with the new Ultra 2. It's just the same old watch, still able to be used for tough terrains if you are into, a bit of adrenaline junkie type of activities. But that's basically it with the Ultra 2. Okay, now going to the big product that was announced is obviously the new iPhone 15. Now, basically, best way to summarize the iPhone 15 is to take what you found with the previous iPhone 14 Pro and just imagine all those specs onto the iPhone 15. So yes, the iPhone 15 now has a new upgraded camera system with the main camera being 48 megapixels. So yes, you can take better photo quality or photos with better quality. It will also have a A16 chip, which is obviously more powerful than the previous iPhone 14. And then obviously there's a whole bunch of new camera functionality. Now with two of the main camera functionalities, the one being where you can take a photo of someone, and if you want to focus on a different subject, you can do so after taking the photo. So you don't have to retake the photo and worry about that at all, which is going to be useful for a lot of photographers. And now with the portrait mode that is integrated with the new iPhone 15, it now can detect when you want to take a portrait of someone or even your pets. And once the iOS 17 is out, obviously it will sort the photos automatically in their own files. Now going to the colors for these new iPhone 15s, there are 5. Now they did still give a bit of a speech about the coloring process for these phones, saying that the colors are integrated in the molding and creation of these phones. So the iPhone colors for the new iPhone 15 is pink, yellow, blue, green, and black, which all look really nice and can't wait to see them in person. Now the two displays you can find with obviously the iPhone 15s and the iPhone 15 Plus. The iPhone 15 will be at 6.1 inch display and the iPhone 15 Plus will be at 6.7 inch display, which gives you a bit of options if you want a bigger screen. Now, obviously with the display, they are keeping the same display with the OLED display, and it's still going to be kept at 60 Hz. And it's still going to be kept at 60 Hz, which is a big disappointment. But otherwise, let's get to the Pro version of these phones. Now, going to the iPhone 15 Pro, there's a lot to talk about because they released a new chip for this, which is now known as the A17 Pro chip. Now, this is a powerful chip because it can do ray tracing with video games. And yes, you heard me right, video games. Because gaming is one of the main functionalities or main focuses for the new Pro phones. So now they did show examples by including the Division Resurgence, which will be coming out very soon for the phone by the end of the year or even next year, and more games coming very soon that are normally previously found on just console and PC, and now will be native to iPhones, which is going to be insane. They even still talked about the new Assassin's Creed game, which will be built for the iPhone 15 Pro and might be a big option to go for. Now, one of the big differences with the new iPhone 15 Pros is obviously the new color schemes, because they claim the phone is made of titanium, which I'm not too sure if it's true or not, but I'm pretty sure Jerry Riggs Everything will test that out. But basically, there are 4 new colors with this, which one of them is my favorite, but let's go through the colors. So you have natural titanium, which is a bit of a gold mixed with gray, which is not a bad color scheme. Then you got your white titanium, black titanium, and my personal favorite, blue titanium. Now you'll find this on both the Pro and the Pro Max, with obviously the same resolution as the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro, or iPhone 15 Plus I mean. So yes, there is the iPhone 15 Pro being at 6.1 inch display, and the 15 Pro Max being at 6.7 inch, which is actually not too bad. Now, something else that they did talk about is that the iPhone 15 Pro is capable to connect to external storage thanks to the USB Type-C. So if your iPhone storage is not big enough for your short film, don't worry, you can just record and it'll save straight to the external storage, which will make it so much easier and make sure your phone doesn't get cluttered with too much less space from recording high resolution content. But otherwise, going to the pricing for all these new products with the Apple Watches and all that, it's going to be very interesting. So for the Series 9, you can get it from $399, which is a bit expensive. Going to the Ultra 2, it's going to stay at $799. Going to the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro, it's a bit of a different situation because the pricing is $100 more than the previous generation phone with the iPhone 15. So the iPhone 15 will be starting at $799 instead of its old generation phone, which used to be priced at $699. Now going for the Pro and the Pro Max, they're going to stay at the same pricing, with the Pro being at $999 and then obviously the Pro Max at $1,199. Well, let me know in the comments below, do you think these products are worth the hype? Do you think they are worth getting? But let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be safe, and as always, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.